So today I'm just going to do some animation for Endgame. So right now I'm actually going to be doing something quickly in Character Creator. See how well that will work. And we're going to I want to bring in Alexis. And we're going to quickly get him ready to go. Sorry, just going to move the microphone over a bit. So yeah, he's going to be, let's just put him in 2048 for now. And get him in 4K skin. Okay. All right. All right. That'll work. Get him some cloth. Let's get him some suit pants. Particularly something different, different color. So let's give him the 4K. And we're going to give him a shirt. And hopefully, Reillusion plays nice. No, it won't. That's okay. So yeah, if you see this a lot, for those who don't know, you can just simply hide it. And that's what we're going to do. And for him, just give him some shoes. Yeah, he's going to fight in sandals. Always like these. All right. And I think he's ready to fight. All right, except for one thing, we need to put him in a pose. Let's do a calibration. Let's do a T-pose. And find out which one is leaking. So we're going to go here. First thing I'm going to do is when it comes to the jacket, we're going to conform, calculate the collision. Slightly better, but we're still going to have some issues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to formal shirt, edit mesh, and we're just going to hide, and hide, and hide, and hide, and hide. All right. All right. Yeah, I saw something. Anything with small holes with like these buttons, I've seen a couple of content creators do this that causes serious issues with the Unreal Engine if anyone wants to work with that. So, just do one of these. Just put it as a texture. Okay. So, I'm gonna call him Alexis. I think he's called Kevin in the script, but oh yeah, we need to remove the boxes because it's just we don't need that. There we go. All right. So he's ready to fight. And I'm just gonna call him Kevin. So put them in, and then put them into the Unreal Engine. Eventually, when I get this, when I start production or start the Unreal production. For those who don't know, Endgame is basically going to be shot. Hang on a second. Okay, good job, Revolution. Good job. All right, so yeah, Endgame's going to be shot after Red Strike. I'm still deciding which version. It's probably going to be at 5.3, maybe 5.4. It depends on how much progress I made and if there's going to be any support for 5.4. I'm keeping an eye on it. I'm likely just going to stay in 5.3. I don't know yet. It depends. I'd rather get this animation done, put it as a motion plus for most of it, and then just shoot it when it's ready. But for now, yeah, this will work. This will work just fine. All right, so he's done. So yeah, we're just gonna put them right here, put the two characters, and we're going to fight. So I'm just gonna make a basic animation, save it, call it good, and move on. Probably get this scene done, so I'll probably have to mocap a couple of things. The funny thing is, for my mocap is I bought a pretty hefty prop. So it's like a little martial arts training gun. So it's kind of made out of this rubber, but there's a little bit of weight to it. So it's like holding a pistol in a way, close, actually pretty close to a pistol weight of a pistol. But yeah, I can actually use this for like a lot of my mocap scenes. So there's a little bit of weight if I hit or if I have to raise the gun up. It's a little bit more realistic, I guess. It's more of a realistic animation if I swing it around. So yeah, that's I bought it for this production. It's only like $10, but I think it will make a difference. So let's watch the two fight. Oh boy. I'm probably just gonna use the Revolution fighting motions. I like it. It's going to be a pretty quick fight, very one-sided. A couple of edits, boom, boom, and then finally the hand-to-hand combat. So let's go see what they have and see what I like to use. Let's see. Let's try sparring punch. Boom. Sparring punch. That'll work. And then let's do a judo throw. There we go. Yeah, I think this will work. So we'll have sparring punch and then judo throw, and that'll be it. I mean, that's really the fight for this kind of moment. It's not a major fight scene, but it's just kind of an introduction. So yeah, let's do that and make sure it's the right one. Oh, yeah, let's try this one here, and let's try this one. So we're gonna put these two here side by side and see how the fight goes. So we'll put them at a reasonable distance. Gotta love Iclone. Gotta love Iclone and the goddamn hair physics. Alright, you're not gonna have hair physics, buddy. Turn that shit off. And, oh yeah, let's just turn that subdivision off. We don't need the subdivision yet. I probably don't even, like, I probably don't even need it um, for animations. I think once your character's in, you don't really need to do it. It's kind of a waste of space. Anyway, let's try again. Oh, Lord. I'm gonna have to turn off all the hair physics, don't I? There we are. Okay, let's try again. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, sometimes the hair physics causes a lot of issues. You really don't need it. If you're working with this animation, you don't really need to do that. So let's bring him a little closer. We can easily animate this. Probably make him here, give him like an intense look. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe they'll have a couple punches here, so they're like punch right here, gets out the fight, gets up fight, and then right there. And we'll have to watch the animation. Let's bring him a little bit closer. Okay, so when he makes contact right through here, okay, let's try here. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm looking for. Looks through here, boom, boom. And then we can cut And there'll probably be a couple more strikes here, but so let's look at the takedown. All right, let's apply that to him. And apply to him. So we can easily cut here. You can easily cut. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, even then we'll have to correct the motion on this here. So let's find out where the motion direction control is. And see if we can align it along with the rotation. It's a little off, so we have to do something like this. So here. Yeah, we can even just cheat, to be honest with you. We can even just put the characters up here. What I call cheating here. So right there. Change it here to here. A couple cuts, then, staring, then boom, boom. You can easily do that. That's probably the most, it's easily the most, probably least frustrating experiences. That, boom, boom. I think this could work just fine. So, or even just kind of combine the two later on. So we can just do this here. Throws, and then he looks up, gun raised. Where is he? And he cuts through here, so we can easily. Yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna do. So we're gonna cut this, and then just cut this, and just do this. So we're probably just gonna split it up here, split here, and then a couple stare downs, and boom, 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 like that. So let's do this here. Boom, boom. So obviously, for him, you know what? I normally don't do this, but we're going to at least have them look at each other. Just like that. I think that will work just fine. This is like the ultimate cheating method here. And not only that, but I can also you can easily cut back and forth. So, boom, like that. Boom, 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 boom. It gives you a couple seconds here. So, actually, let's see what is this one here. I do like that there. So we can easily just Can easily kind of play around with the camera work here. But, all right, so let's combine. Let's just do a quick facial puppet. He's angry. Let's get the angry face in. Boom. Okay. So now here, going through. All right, so here's what we're going to do. And we're going to just slightly raise this a little bit because boom, 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 boom. So I can imagine like how to shoot this here. So he's going to be on the left side of the frame. It's going to be kind of like this very, like I can imagine the light here. Boom, 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 boom. Like quick cuts here. Probably shaky cam a little more than normal. And we're going to change the expression to anger. Let's do like a snarl. And we're going to get out of that and go to the eyebrows. Slight raise. And then back to pissed. Ha! You know, maybe he's like, oh, you know what, Mac? I realized Mac has like efforts. But it's him just getting hit. Ha! Yeah. We'll have to fix that. So he's angry. You don't want to make him angry. So there's a little motion here. He tries to swing. And I think that's going to be for the other guy. We're going to change his motion here. That's a very weird motion here, Reallusion. Could you explain that? Care to explain? Boom, 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 like that. So how would we frame this? Actually, let's see if I can do a quick camera shot here. How to frame this. So he'd probably be on the left. Boom, boom, boom. Well, let's actually do his facial work here. Let's get this facial work done. Looks, boom, boom, then back to work here. Maybe runs over, gets angry or something. Let's go through here. He's gonna have one of those anger. So when he takes a swing, ah, yeah. Yeah. It can be the most over exaggerated facial expressions ever. I normally don't do this, but with fight scenes, you can get away with it. You can honestly get away with stuff like this because it just adds another level. Because they just like if you don't have a fight scene without facial expressions, especially when they're throwing punches, you're missing out on a lot of work here. You are missing out on a lot of stuff here. So yeah, I actually like this. This is good enough for me. Go ahead. Kevin swing. There you go. Boom. With the right camera work, we can actually make it really good. And yeah, I'm going to do it in parts. I'd rather not do it continuously. I'd rather just use the editing. Because number one, it saves time. Plus, you can actually make much more of an impact if you can edit pretty well. So, and not only that, but this isn't really going to be a huge fight scene. It's just going to be like maybe 20, 30 seconds or something. Heck, there's going to be moments where maybe I'll probably fight myself or something, like punch once and then finally get through here. Maybe try to get the gun, get punched in the face, and you know, we'll see. So, how would I film this fight scene? First of all, we're gonna go to a friend I don't, well, a tool I never use very much. Screw it. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 2.39. And our film back is going to be, well, here. So, why I plan this fight scene? I think we need to get at least some context between the two characters here. So I'm probably going to be filming something like a wide here, something like this, to get you an idea what these characters are. To get you full context scene, you can actually, once we get the framing to set design, so boom. So when he takes a swing, so I think that's the first frame here. Especially because you want to establish something, you want to establish here. So if we're going to shoot like this, yeah, I've been rendering an Iclone lately a lot, or for these live streams. But I'm just not ready to bring this into Unreal. Once I do, then you'll start seeing a lot more creative. Me taking a lot more set design and lighting a little more seriously. At the angle too. So I'm thinking at least a frame here. No, 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 no. So yep. So open that, and also let's see, what was it 3800 by 1600? That's our frame. All right, so bonfire A, and let's get going here. So, boom. Oh, let me guess. Nope. It's a very quick scene here, so. All right, let's establish that. So, let's actually just establish movement between this character here. And just have him follow along. That's all you have to do. I want to see a fight. I don't want to see anything else. I just want to see the fight. Not that, but I want to create the illusion. So if we here. Let's probably keep this angle here just a little bit. And try to keep them in center of the frame so they don't need to wander too much. That's really the magic of it right there. And just like that. Boom. And even then, I'll probably even, like this. So you can establish like that. Boom, boom, boom. So let's try that. We can even add some dynamic angles later on, but we'll find out. Set, keep in frame. You're up. Boom. I like to do it when he's in action. Boom. Very subtle, like you're following along, you're watching the fight. Boom, boom. And then finally, maybe here. Here, I like to follow here. And sometimes I'll just cuss myself out in the editing room, like, what the hell are you doing? And then this is the part here. We need to swing around. Keep perspective 180. All right, let's put it together and see what we have. So I like rendering like everything. Like I always like to. I don't like to use the camera switcher too much, but I know what I'm going to fight. Like I know like a lot of that stuff's in my editing. All right, that so when also when I'm in when I frame in Unreal, I know like I have a couple of ideas. I'll definitely use this cut. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so let's get into Premiere. Like I'm a very simple person. Like I always handle maybe a couple of cameras at a time. But I have this like vision. I know how to like I have this idea keep everything nice and easy here. Actually, hmm, I'll have to I'll have to I'll have to change the character's costume here, but still. So start with A. I think when he tries to take the first punch, this is where we're going to establish. So, we'll see. Because I want to hide the. At least I want to hide it here. So, not only that, but I probably want to process a couple frames so you can process it. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry that your health has been bad. Hopefully, you can make a recovery. Let's see. Let's try this here. Oh, yeah, let's try just doing this. And then, but watch here. Watch where he is. Watch where he is right there. If you do, you do the right cut, boom, boom. You get right into it here. Right into that. This is okay. So here comes boom, boom, boom. boom, 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 boom. You kind of follow along with it. You can actually like the more in center, the more the characters kind of stay within where your cursor is, the faster you can cut it. Like you're kind of following along, you know what's going on here. Boom, 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 boom. You know exactly how. In Shockbreak, I kind of allowed a couple of frames back and forth so you can feel it. So this is pretty much how I'm going to frame this, like once I get into the Unreal Engine. So he's going to block. So maybe it's like here so we can anticipate the hit. I like to, let's actually try this. I said watch where your characters are. And then the fight ends. For now. Then we can cut back and forth, maybe an intense stare off. But it's 5 seconds, but still. Boom, 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 boom. It captures your attention. Not only that, but you can easily follow along here. Boom. And then a couple of frames here, them looking tense, and then the fight begins. Boom, boom. It's like I said, it's a very short fight, maybe 10, 15 seconds, but there's going to be a moment, and this is where my little mocap comes in. Jay's on the ground, and comes the gun. He looks up. Where is he? Thank you. Like I said, it's very important to like knowing, like when it comes to fighting scenes, because I see people all the time. I think they overthink it. They overthink on like on action scenes. I've seen demos where the camera's really far away and they're just zooming in and out, and I'm like, you don't really need that. You can zoom in and out. I've done it with Shockbreak, but the reason is because it's the fight. People want to see a fight. They don't want to see the camera. They want to see two people beat each other up. And if you can combine that with the editing, like knowing when to cut, you got yourself some a good fight scene. Like uh, like the films they do in Hong Kong are much different than Hollywood. Uh, wish I could show you Project A because they have some really interesting fight scenes in Project A. But unfortunately, I'm going to get hit by I'm going to get hit by copyright strikes. But it's they kind of treat it like a dance in a way. So I'll just link it to this fight scene here to get you guys an idea. kind of like a dance. If you look at it like a dance scene, it kind of makes sense, like how it's choreographed. Just look up Project A bar fight and you'll find it. Because there's a certain rhythm it kind of goes by. So with Endgame, there's going to be a little bit of a rhythm, and especially, and you get that with your editing. So when you edit, boom, boom, here, back and forth, and then once we get into it, that's why I like to cut here. That's why I like to cut instead of using like camera switchers or something like that. And there's also another reason why I got Casketer. So yeah, for those who don't know, I picked up Casketer around Christmas time. I've been kind of playing around with it. It's a pretty good program. What I've been doing is I've been looking up. I found this channel that has a bunch of motion reference. Like it's like a bunch of people acting in front of a camera, so they do all these little moves. So it just kind of gives me an idea what to work with pose. Oh yeah, yeah. I think yeah, a great example is like something like Police Story or something, or oh, what was a good example of a great fight scene I saw not too long ago. You know, some John Wick films have done that pretty well. Yeah, it's just something I picked up like long ago, like or when I was researching, not long ago, but when I was working on Shockbreak, is that I kind of noticed with some really good fight scenes, there's like a little rhythm. And not only that, but when I'm an editor, you know, I'm an editor, so I kind of notice rhythm pretty well. That's what if you have like you can kind of notice that during the fight scene, they're like fighting alongside the music, especially when they're swinging or dancing or something like that. Like there's it's just something like kind of noticed. I kind of picked up. Like there's always a little dance here. So when she's like when I'm planning to do more, what's going to happen with Shockbreak is I want to do like a full. Oh, sorry, the Project A. Actually, let me go find the video. The old Jackie Chan film from I think 1980s. I think. Yeah, just go to the beginning. It's kind of like a dance too. So just if you see it like a dance, it makes a lot more sense. A lot of comedy too. But yeah, one of the main reasons I got Casketer is I like when he's kind of jumping up on chairs and everything like that. That's why I kind of imagine a lot of action scenes for Shockbreak to be like that, where she just mostly tries to avoid fights, avoid like getting punched and all that. Doesn't want to get hit, so she kind of jumps out of the way or uses weapons. So I kind of see that. So I kind of like you kind of see the rhythm. It's Project Day. You kind of see where there's like a rhythm to it. Boom, 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 boom. So with Shockbreak, there's gonna be a lot more stuff like a lot more like that because it makes it's much more interesting. I think it makes a lot more. It's a lot more interesting to see. It keeps the viewer's attention, especially if they're characters jumping around. And this one's gonna be like there's gonna be a lot of action scenes here where I'm probably gonna be using Casketer for like a character will be leaping back and forth, probably climbing up a fire escape or something. So I have to find out how to work with that. Um, Probably more fighting scenes here. So yeah, I think this could work pretty well. Like once I get into Unreal Engine, yeah, I saw like I got Criterion not too long ago, and Police Story was up there, so I gave that a watch not too long ago. I watched Paprika too, which that's really out there. It is on the Criterion channel this month. Oh, they have a bunch of cat movies. Ah, yes, I need to go see High and Low. High and Low is like one of Hideo Kojima's favorite movies. Yeah, it was on Criterion for a while, so I watched that. Yeah, there's a lot of Ken Russell movies too. So you have Mad Max. Ooh, Escape from New York. I'm gonna give that a watch. Yeah, about a year of Criterion Channel to see what's if I like it. Ooh, Inside Llewellyn Davis. I actually I'm gonna see that. So yeah, this is High and Low. So yeah, it's by Kurosawa in the '60s. I have not seen that one though, but I have not seen High and Low, but I've seen like if you really want a very heartbreaking film, I want to see if they have it. Yes, they do. They do have it. It is such a heartbreaking movie. Oh wait, I do not. No, 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 no. I don't want to play that. We're not playing that. It's called the Kiro. Kiro. It is one of the saddest movies you'll ever see in your life. So I'll just type in the link here. Let's see. Hopefully, hopefully I didn't stop the stream. Yeah, the film is called Hero, which is I live or to live or something. Yeah, it's a heartbreaking film. It's a really heartbreaking movie. As everyone knows Kurosawa for his samurai films, but I think films like Akira and Stray Dog are just absolutely classics. There, it is. Akira is one of the saddest movies you'll ever see. But it's just so. It's probably it's what it's up there. It's one of my personal favorites. Yeah, in fact, Hideo Kojima actually. Let me go see. I posted something not too long ago. So yeah, he posted something on Criterion where he listed a bunch of films here. Let's go. Sure. What's actually so he looks at let's actually find out. So yeah, that's the one he recommended, High and Low. Late Spring is interesting. I have seen yep, seen Quiet On. Hey there. Oh, yeah, actually these are not animated classics. These are these are live action movies. Huge impact on Hideo Kojima. He listed pretty much a lot of these a lot of these films from the 50s and 60s. Ozu, yeah, he did he put Tokyo Twilight? I think he did. Um, not seen. Don't think I've seen Hakakiri. Harakiri. Yeah, I have not seen that yet. But yeah, Akiru. That's the film here. So it's pretty devastating. Yeah, basically it's about a bureaucrat who he's dying and he's trying to find some resemblance because he realized he wasted his entire life. His kids are kind of distant from him, so he's just thinking like, what does he need to do? So he kind of goes through the steps of creating a children's playground, and like this, the land was like this. I think it was very run down, but then he slowly builds it, and nobody notices it. Nobody knows what he was doing, why he was doing it, and until the very end when they kind of go through his funeral because they just see him like, oh, why are you bothering us with this paperwork, go away. But yeah, his last act was giving kids a playground to play and because he was buying things, it was like gambling, but he realized that didn't give him any happiness, so he realized he might as well make something beautiful for others rather than just on himself. Very, very heartbreaking movie. Let's see. I know they have Stray Dog here. Yeah, I mean, especially if you really want to know like really good camera work and movement, Kurosawa is probably the greatest filmmaker with that. He knows how to get a scene going with just moving the characters or moving a camera or something like that. He's really good at that. He's probably one of the more influential filmmakers of our time. Yeah, it's really really heartbreaking movie. I remember it just it's very emotional. But yeah, Stray Dog is great. I like that. Yeah, I like a lot of these old movies too. Do they have Taste of Cherry? This is by an Iranian filmmaker. Yep. Iranian filmmakers are interesting because they have to do it visually to get around the censors. Interesting film, but I think he had to flee Iran because I think he spent a lot later part of his life in Japan. But yeah, that's there's a lot more. There's a lot of interesting cinema out there. Ooh, yeah, the Raid Redemption. Actually, let's see if we can find it on Shock Deck. We'll go through it. I'm afraid of looking at Shock Deck for a lot of stuff. Because I have Hoyt Van Hoytma immediately selected as my default for some reason. And one of the films is Oppenheimer. So I don't want to spoil a lot of the movie for people if you haven't seen Oppenheimer. Yeah, I don't want to. Let's see. I see. I don't see Raid Redemption. Nah, no, I don't want to reveal spoilers for Oppenheimer, but let's see. Let's go find a movie. Yeah, we're not gonna spoil Oppenheimer for people. Ooh, everywhere here. Oh, they also have one for Barbie. Who's the cinematographer for Barbie? Ah, yeah, he does great work. Rodrigo Prieto. He does a lot of work for Scorsese. Ah, no worries, no worries. No, no, no. I'm just kind of. I don't. I don't think we're gonna get. I don't think we'll get in trouble for that. Like I can show. I just can't show movies. Like I can't show video. I can actually show like shots. I could definitely show shots, but I can't show movies. Yeah, if not only that, but I also can break in the the education aspect to it. That's fair use. Let's see. There's Asteroid City, which I saw not too long ago. Hmm. I'm just a little. The one thing I'm nervous about is that there is some nudity, and YouTube freaks the hell out when it comes to nudity. They will pull it down. So that's why I just have to be very careful. Okay, I even have the little the check mark here. But that's why like a couple nights ago I was doing a stream and I was looking up like an anime figurine or an action figure because a character has it, and I was looking up CG Trader and there was a lot of not safe for work contents, and I'm like, "Oh no." I'm glad I didn't search for it up here because that would have easily pulled it down. I was just like, "Oh dear God." Like, yeah, I can't. I don't think. Yeah, we can't show that because it's gonna get pulled. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just kind of. I'm just thinking like what we can do. Does anyone have any movies in mind they want to play around with here to see what works? We're not going to go with Oppenheimer. Eh, uh, yeah, why not? Let's do some Wes Anderson. I just like his lines, his colors. Whoops, sorry. Where'd it go? There you are. Would you get in trouble? I've gotten in trouble for character creator before, but it was on a different site. But yeah, a lot of lines here. Let's just go through Asteroid City. It's PG-13. Obviously, we're not going to have any issues. This is Wes Anderson, so his color palette, his style is there. You instantly know this is you immediately know that this is a Wes Anderson movie. So let's see, kind of see everything's all nice and symmetrical. Everything's kind of straight. There's not so much, there's not much of a. Everything's kind of there's not too much. There's no like intersecting lines or anything that causes too much chaos or clashing. Maybe this. Yeah. Typical typical Wes Anderson. A lot of his work is like that. I really like the Darjeeling Limited. It was a great movie. Yeah, Shark Deck is great. I use it to frame everything. So if I'm looking for right now, I'm looking for a couple of references here. Let's go with Skyfall. So it gives me an idea like what to work with, so I kind of save everything. Not only that, but I also build decks too. So it gives me a couple ideas what to work with. So, like I said, from Children of Men, I can even let me pull something up here for Red Strike. You kind of see it here. So it kind of gives me an idea of what to work with color and everything. So obviously he has a couple. Let's see. Let's just be careful what we look up here. This is by Lawrence Sher, who created this site. So let's look up. You can also look up. So if I want color or aspect ratio, do I want interior, exterior here? So let's go here with. Yeah, real. Yeah, Unreal. Going into Unreal. Come on, you. So I think I'm done with the fighting thing. I can work on that soon. So I'm just kind of building up a couple ideas. A lot of it is me sketching, but I just kind of look through the sites, say, okay, this could work, or this could work here. So yeah, this is going to be. Yeah, I should actually work on more of Red Strike tomorrow. So I have a couple ideas what to work with here. Um, Color. If you haven't seen it, I'll probably go through some shots here. I thought I saved it. Oh well. Let's see. So yeah, I do stuff like here. It's also let's pull up the last stop here. But I still, yeah, a lot of, like a lot of my WIPs at Iclone. Yeah, it's just it's there's just a lot more with Unreal, but it comes down to the lighting. That's the most important thing. Like I said many times before, if one of the most important things to do is light. So yeah, this was kind of based off of Sunshine and Children of Men. So this shot here. I think it's quite important. I think it I wanted to make the character mysterious, and you don't see his face, you just see an outline. And this one took quite a lot of planning to do. I had to, if we just open up our scene here, or let me open my light. On you. Okay, and let's just turn off our camera. So yeah, I kind of planned the lighting out very carefully. So I gave it some fill here, but really he's just gonna have singles. He's only gonna have singles. He's not gonna be in contact. He's very isolated. That's why I kind of what was the this camera's a 35 millimeter. Okay, that's good. I wanted to like just kind of keep everything like this. Wanted to keep it kind of separated. I to create some distance, so I went with a 35 millimeter instead of like what I'm doing with 55. Maybe I could do 27. But I think no, I think this looks fine as it is. I think there's some distance with him, but I wanted to kind of overexpose like the back, so just kind of get the idea that he's cloaked in shadow. You don't see him too much. Yeah, Children of Men, Spectra, the configuration of the light objects. Yeah, so let's see here. So yeah, this is so I did an emission, but these are just basic cubes. And then what I did was a point light, but my source here, so I used the temperature of 3250 Kelvin, which is tungsten light. So it has this glow, this orange glow, so if I don't use the temperature, kind of see the color here. So let's watch the color if I don't use the temperature. It's more of a white. So a lot more orange, and then once I shoot, and you'll see he's gonna have I just gotta finish up his mocap and put it in and shoot. I'll probably have that done in a couple of days because this mocap's pretty easy. Just him sitting and talking. Then I had him on a chair and mocapped it myself. So he's just gonna sit. I'm well aware, and then she's going to be much more of a close up. He's going to be kind of far away, distance, keep away kind of thing. And it's kind of a fun dynamic between the two, between him and her in this particular scene. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's actually kind of funny. So when I shoot that, yeah, it's going to be quite interesting how that's going to turn out. But yeah, how I set up my lights is I pay attention to color temperature. Not only that, but I like to make little lighting diagrams. So for red, so let's just go quickly through here. Yeah, this takes up quite a bit of memory, but you ever try listing mocap samples in the marketplace? I thought about it. I thought about doing conversation scenes. I thought about everyday things like, I don't know. I kind of created a list what people wanted, but a lot of my stuff is a lot of this stuff is just like for talking scenes or something. I wouldn't say no. Like people are interested. So yeah, that's my lighting. I used two fill lights here. One red and then finally some blue light for her. Let's see. Lots of blue and red. Everyone knows. Probably everyone who's seen the shot knows it's blues and reds here. Like that, but lines too between two characters. Line, line, and then like a little crown. Yeah, I think I can. Like, I'll have to try like what people really want to see. And then once I get better with Casketer, you know, we can do much more interesting stuff. But for now, it's like a lot of like if I had to do mocap content, I would probably do stuff like custom, like if you need conversation scenes. It depends. Right now, I do want to focus on my movies. I want to finish up Red Strike before the end of the month, or at least by February. I want it done, and then once I get to Endgame, I want to shoot that over the spring. Shockbreak. We're planning. What's going on with Shockbreak right now is the story is being planned right now. It looks like it's going to be at least anywhere from 8 parts. It could be 8 to 10 parts, 10 minutes each, maybe longer. and it's like a series. It's going to be like a mini series, and that one I may need to get some outside help. And I'm talking about funding the project, finding funding, finding a co-animator. I'm already looking into writing help. Someone, co-writer, and I are working on the story. We're kind of going at it at a once I finish that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If there's any animation you need, just let me know, and I see. Well, I'll see what I can do. Yeah. Basically, we're planning the story out, and it's taken an interesting turn. We agreed. Both of us agreed what's inside the case, and it's a doozy. It completely changed the story for me, and in a really good way, because it's really interesting. Um, it kind of brings new life to characters, and I won't. It brings a new life to the characters. A couple of them I kind of changed quite a bit from what I thought, and it it definitely would make a really good series if I continue on with it. And I would rather have like a full story kind of laid out, and most of the script done before I start pursuing it seriously. Probably around spring or so, hopefully. Definitely look into funding opportunities. It's going to be quite a busy year, especially with Endgame. Once Endgame kicks off, then that's going to be quite an interesting production. That is going to be my longest. With Shockbreak, it kind of started like I had an idea of what the project was going to be until the idea of what was in the case was brought up. Originally, it was MacGuffin. Like, who cares? But once the idea was thrown around what was in the case, then it changed the story completely. And I think it turned out for the better. I'm well for it. I'm just not sure about Red Strike. Like, I don't know what to expect. Like I mentioned, it's either it's going to work or it's not going to work. So we'll see. Let's see. And I think the actress is going to be thrilled about this movie. I don't think I told her yet. I think I have. She sets herself for a fight, inhales, kind of stretches a little bit. I might redo it. I don't know. We'll see. She kind of inhales, exhales, and ready for the fight. Couldn't catch what was inside the case. It was a MacGuffin. So a MacGuffin is just a plot hole. Like it's the best way of describing it is it's everything that everyone wants to get, but it could be anything. It's not important. It's just there to propel the story along. Like the most famous example of a MacGuffin is Uh, let's see. What would be a really good MacGuffin? Any Indiana Jones film ever, what they're searching for. It like you don't really give a crap about the Ark of the Covenant. You just want to see his adventure, or some of you uh, like you kind of forget about it. It's there. Mm. It's like the one thing where yeah, it's like that little suitcase. Like everyone wants it, but uh, you don't really care after a while. You're just more interested in what the characters are doing. But they want it. They want the thing, and that's originally what it was for. Maybe the suitcase is still a MacGuffin, but it does play a huge plot role. I think I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, originally the thing was, yeah, originally it was just they're there just to chase it, and it doesn't matter. It didn't matter what was in the case. I didn't even think of what was in the case myself. I just said, okay, they're gonna chase it. It's probably state secrets or whatever. I didn't really think too hard on it. I just thought about the adventures. They have something they want it, they'll get it, and we shouldn't really give two craps about it. It could be anything. It could be like a nuclear bomb or something. For all I care, I don't. It wasn't my concern, and I kind of do that. Like, yeah, Red Strike had a MacGuffin, which was, and I'm probably not going to continue this series to be honest with you guys. This is going to be a one and done for me because I want to focus on like Shockbreak. Yep, you know, I think it was like some kind of EMP device that would destroy things, and I just throw it in there so they can chase it, and then they forget about it. I don't know. Yeah, the Untouchables. Yeah. Oh yeah, Star Wars. Star Wars had a few MacGuffins. It's the secrets. Right in the beginning of the movie that the secrets to the Death Star plans. You kind of forget about it. You stop giving a shit. You don't care about the plans. You know, forgot about that. Yeah, yeah. The plans that everyone's after, and you really stop caring. More interested in what the characters' adventures. It's just there to kick everything off, and then yeah, I'm happy how this is turning out. So here, going through here, and I think the next shot is someone just answering the door. Punch, kick, flies back, fight over. Yeah, I'll probably film that tomorrow along with this along with the scene where he's talking. But we'll see. We'll see. But let's have a look back to Iclone. No problem. I'm probably going to head out in 15 minutes or so. I kind of keep it up. Hey, I can update this. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't. For Endgame, I don't think there's. I don't think there's anything for Endgame, which is really bizarre. But yeah. Well, I didn't. I only wrote like the last half of it, but yeah, that was one of the fun little stories where I just completely. It was originally made for like a machinima thing where it was very limited, and basically, it was very limited to its program that it was used to create the machinima. So I kind of wrote like a draft, like I kind of like added a bunch of no problem, no problem at all. I added a whole bunch of stuff towards the end because I just thought the ending fell very flat. And I was like, no, this doesn't work very well. So I completely, you'll kind of notice it. Well, I actually did make it as seamless as I can, and then I add some characters. You'll know which characters I added in and which ones I didn't. Um, yeah, I don't think the weird thing is that there was no monologue. I don't think there was a monologue for the villain in the original draft. And I was scratching my head. I'm like, well, no, come on. There has to be a monologue. We're making this kind of movie. The villain has to have a monologue. Come on. We're making a Bond film. Come on. There has to be a moment where he gets captured and he has to explain everything. So I wrote that, wrote that scene in. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. So that was kind of. It's one of those things where that it's interesting. It was really interesting, but it's kind of fun going into the script and kind of tearing it apart and then reassembling it back together and kind of adding scenes and yeah, like I added more Bondy and stuff to it. Like I kept a lot of the dialogue. I loved the dialogue in it, but some of the structure and some of the classic Bond tropes I kept in, or I kind of added in. Um, I think I don't remember. Do I? I don't remember if I had the original draft with me, but like I said, the main takeaway is it was very limited to what it was because it worked with a very old machinima program. When you have something in Iclone, which in Unreal, I can do pretty much a ton of that stuff. So I think I added in. Let's make sure I don't spoil anything. I want to make sure what I know I had an older version of it somewhere, but okay. Yeah, I did a lot more action scenes to it, which I have no one to blame but myself for that. Um, yeah, I can. Let me go see if I could find it. there's one scene where, uh, yeah, I'm gonna hate myself for doing this. Like I said, I have no one to blame but myself. I want to find it here. Give me a minute. Originally, the scene, there's an Aston. They're driving. Bond girl accidentally activates the device, which causes a lot of chaos. It was like 15 seconds, or at least 30 seconds. And I thought that it kind of it didn't work. I didn't think it worked very well. So I had an idea, which is that they were followed, and it turns into a car chase with Van Aston and. Please tell me I have this. I know I do. Oh, I got it here. It turns into a complete chase in the snow between the Aston Martin and some snowmobiles. And they're kind of doing stuff like jumping over the Aston and shooting at it, and the car is bulletproof. But it allows me to play with a lot more action scenes, a lot more car chases, a lot more something that's more exciting. Until the moments where, you know, he immediately just throws the device and it completely ends the scene, but it causes the car to lose control because he's got to find a way to wreck the Aston Martin. That's how it is. But there's going to be like little moments where, like, I want it to be heavily action packed instead of like. I think it would be really fun. I read someone suggested. It's pretty funny. Someone suggested like helicopter chases, and I originally had that in mind. But being chased by snowmobiles works. So they have these like submachine guns that they're gonna shoot off, and that'll be fun. That's gonna be a fun scene. I have it planned out too, so I know exactly how to shoot it. And I'm gonna be using a tool called Rush Hour, and it's kind of going back and forth with the guy who created it. I wanted to answer get some questions answered. Where if it's possible to do this. There's a composer who does music. I want to commission him, see if he's willing to do something. Yeah, a lot of the animation is mostly done. Like not like a lot of the talking animation scenes and such like that. I just haven't really done much fighting scenes though recently. Now I'm more comfortable with action scenes. I can start doing them more. Oh boy, that's our old friend, the physics. Forgot about you. Yeah, I'm even thinking about like how like a snowmobile's gotta jump over the car or something. I know exactly how to frame it. It's gonna be really fun. I have not done that before. I haven't really done many action scenes, but I've been studying them and seeing what they work, seeing how they can do that. Uh, yeah, I bet I can do this scene over the weekend, or a lot of these scenes here. Ooh, yeah, this definitely works. Especially how we can just have to move the body a little bit more, but then when he throws him over, then I know exactly what angle. Boom. Looks over. Looks, and then gun drawn. Looks up. Where is he? I don't know. How about what witty one-liners before engaging the opponent? They have a few. Though I did add a something that screams Roger Moore to one line, which it's very, very Roger Moore-esque. And the fight scene, the character who has it, that's um, originally the actor, like they they wrote him to be a complete idiot, like I do good or something like that. And I remember the actor hating it, so we got together. It was kind of like my first edit. It's like, no, I'm gonna cut it out. And basically, he says only a couple of lines. So he's been captured by the CIA. He's the henchman, and I realize he's a little bit more smarter. And not only that, but just to add a Roger Moore element to it, he's going to carry a weapon with him, a very unique weapon that's going to be used against him. And Bond is going to say something different, like the one line. And just, I just recently wrote that in. I'll see if I can ask the actor to record it for me quickly before, like, once the fight's done and everything. Once I have a lot more. Yeah, he has a lot of one-liners. Like, let's see. Let's see here. What? Let's like he hits somebody. He's like, oh, no. Oh, don't you know smoking is harmful? Like the classic uh, Pierce Brosnan line. Filthy habit before he punches somebody for smoking. Um, let's see. Or one line is hmm, I'm not gonna spoil any, but some double entendres. Let's see. Let's see. I thought I filmed this. No, I didn't. All right. Okay. Or I got the animation done. That'll work. Yeah, it's not even a close fight with him. Not even a close fight. Just let's see. What do we need to edit with that? So yeah, we need to bring his arm and his body a lot more closer. Something like this. See how this looks. Let's see. Ugh. Oh yeah, I get shot in this. Yay. I get shot. Alright. Alright, let's begin. Welcome, gentlemen. Tonight we will have a demonstration for what will be seen as the turning point of who will be the most powerful country in the world. In a minute, we will show you just what we can do. You see, we've set small explosives on the world-famous Tower Bridge. See? I don't know. Yeah, so I'll have to mocap that. Alrighty. Let's see. Did I make my character? Alright, let's find out. Yeah, there's me. There's my there's my character who's gonna get shot. Hmm. You see? Alright, let's begin. Welcome, gentlemen. Tonight we will have a demonstration for what will be seen as the turning point of who will be the most powerful country in the world. In a minute, we will show you what we can do. In a minute, we'll show you just what we can do. We set small explosives on the world-famous Tower Bridge. Why would they blow up the Tower Bridge? I don't know. That was part of the original draft. Oh well, he's going to they say he's going to get shot and he's going to get shot, so it's going to be fun for him. Let's see. Hmm. I finished her for Iceland? Yes, I did. So I'll have to do the Iceland scene soon. Whoosh. See, I'm just kind of going through everything here. I'll have to change a couple things, but yep, I'll do. Yep, that's him. Oh, did I buy a new? I want to see. Did I buy a new vest for him? Mm. New vest? I just want to make sure before I head on out. See how the new vest works. Not too well. I have to make some adjustments, but we'll look into it. I like this one. We'll keep it. But yeah, that'll be later on. So, anyways, yeah, that's Endgame. I'll probably have a teaser out in February, maybe late February or something. Once Red Strike is done, I'll have a teaser. Once I start shooting it, and then maybe a full trailer by then. In the spring, maybe a summer release. We'll see how long it'll take. But a lot of the animation is done. I just gotta go into I just gotta apply it to the Unreal Engine. I'm just waiting until Red Strike is done before I do that. And you know, we'll see what happens. Build the sets, film, see, and get a lot of stuff done. And I know exactly how to shoot it. I have a couple of plans, but we'll see. So, yep, almost 1 a.m. So I'm gonna call it a night, and maybe I'll have more work. Maybe I'll get into Red Strike a bit more, or maybe I can do more Endgame. We'll find out. So, anyways, I'll probably do a lot more set design with Endgame. So, yeah, that'll do. If anyone has any